Welcome back to the Above the Rim podcast. I'm here with guests today, Miles Johnson and Jack Haggett. You guys say what's up?
What up?
What's up, everyone? Oh, boy. I'd like to thank our sponsors, or our sponsor for today, STR Nomads, your home when you roam. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. And with that being said, let's get right into the episode. I'm your host, Jayden Hackley. And first questions I want to ask is, what brought you guys to BH? We'll start with you, Miles.
Am I supposed to look somewhere? Or?
You can look at the camera, look at whatever you want to do.
All right, cool. What's up? I would say what brought me to Black Hills is basketball. Like, I came out here to hoop, and it's a great program. It's been a great program. So I definitely wanted to be a part of a winning culture. And yeah.
Jack?
Well, yeah, I mean, no other reason than basketball as well. Like, that's the only, get a degree was nice too, but it was mainly to make steps for basketball for the future as well, so.
And then let's go a little more into detail. So, Miles, talk about kind of your journey with basketball and how that kind of ended up being where you are now today.
Yeah, I would say it's been it's been an interesting process because I've been out here for 3 years now. I had a season-ending injury last year, so that was kind of tough. I tore my meniscus, but I learned a lot throughout the process. And then I guess just coming back this year, being a part of such a deep team, we're super talented. It was like a bit of an adjustment, trying to come back and catch up to speed, but I feel like I got acclimated, pretty quickly, good. And I mean, now I think we're doing really well. Yeah.
And you're from Michigan?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Michigan made.
So you were 2 years at JUCO in Michigan?
Yep. I went 2 years at Kalamazoo Valley.
Okay, so talk about kind of what were the differences between JUCO and Michigan and now playing out here in Spearfish?
Yeah, it was a big difference. In JUCO, it was really get everything out the mud. We didn't have a locker room. We didn't even have a locker room. So it was on game day, we find a room somewhere to get changed in and get ready. It was I had a great team, great coaching staff. Shout out Coach Horn and, all of my teammates. Loved everybody. But it was a lot less structured. And that was a huge adjustment coming here because here there's so much structure. Thompson has a great way that he does things. And it's really set in stone. So it was that was a big adjustment for me at first, but I would say it was actually really good for me to be able to, get on something that had a regimen, that had a schedule, and it helped me in my actual life, to make sure that I'm on top of stuff. And grades and things like that with school is really emphasized here. I'm not saying it wasn't emphasized before, but it's definitely a lot bigger of a deal here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's jump over to Jack. For those of you who don't already know, Jack's not really from around these parts. So Jack, kind of talk about before BH, where you were, what you were doing, and just eventually your process to being here at BH.
All right, well, first of all, shout out Millicent again. They did this last time. But yeah, I mean, I started off playing, we do district stuff, so town team tournaments. So we play for Millicent, small town stuff as a kid growing up.
For those of you who don't know, Millicent is in Australia. So
yeah,
that's what I mean. When he's not from around here, he's from Australia.
Yeah.
So that's what Millicent is.
Yeah, so we'd it's kind of the same thing as your AAU here, so same as that. So we'd ride kangaroos to the AAU games, and then after that, and then from there, I think I was about 15 or 16. I started playing under Coach Richard Hill, who was a really good coach for me growing up. So went to practices that were half an hour away, half an hour drive. mum and dad would do morning drives for me, go there before school, go there after. Always with a team, always around that group. That was a real big part for my development there. And then from that, 17, 18, we also do something called state as well. So it's like you play for your state. It's like you'd play for Colorado. If you're from there, play for Michigan. So I was playing for South Australia. And then I got recruited from a tournament to play for an AAU team that goes to America and does the Puma shoes. So the Puma circuit, or Puma, for how you guys say it. For everyone else listening that has no idea from what I just said. And from there, I actually got recruited by Mines first, and then I got snatched up by BH and decided to come here eventually. So
Nice. And how was the adjustment from, playing Australian basketball, and what's been like the difference, or if there is any differences in how we play over here and how you guys play back home?
I'd say typically it's a lot more ISO ball here and stuff like that, like go get a bucket. But the reason why I came to BH is because it really wasn't like that. It was a lot similar to the style that we had at home. It's a pretty, I guess, European style, if that's a fair term to say. We move the ball well, we get off a lot of actions, and we do everything right, I feel like. So when Coach Thompson's explained that to me in the recruiting process, it was a pretty good thing to look at, and so it's pretty similar. I'd say the bodies at home were a little bigger, but now that I'm thinking about it, they were grown men, so then coming into it now, but almost everyone in college now is 22, 23, so it's pretty similar now, to be honest.
Shout out Tristan. So these guys spend a lot of time, along with myself, time on the court, time in the training room, and time in the weight room. But what are some things you like to do outside of basketball? We'll start with you, Miles.
I'd say the number one is just my personal time with God. My faith is a huge part of my life, so I love going to church or reading my Bible, praying. I would say I have a lot of great friends. I hang out with a lot of guys, even from our team. Me and Jack hang out all the time, and spending time with these guys, just chilling or doing anything. When it's warmer out, I do more stuff outside. It's freezing cold. It's spearfish, so I'm not I don't really ski or snowboard or ice fish or anything like that. Which if you do, those things are great, But I'm more into stuff when it's warmer out to do outside. So I like going for walks and drives, things like that. Oh, and shout out Stefan. I got a cane Corso. I love walking my dog or playing with my dog. He gonna be watching this, so what's up, Stefan?
All right, Jack, what about you? What do you like to do outside of basketball?
Back in the distant memory when it was warm, we used to go to the creek a fair bit for recovery, stuff like that. There was a nice ice cream shop downtown, but most of it just comes down to hanging with friends, same sort of thing. I like to do some video editing stuff in my own time too. Sometimes video games. Most of it's just you don't get much downtime sometimes, so it's good to just have good activities to chill for a little bit. But
for sure,
other than that, not too much.
For sure. And then how are you guys feeling about the season so far, just as a group, and then individually? How do you feel like you're playing? I'm gonna go back to Jack. Okay, here we go.
All right. I feel look, as a team, we're playing pretty good basketball right now. You can't really say that. Our film sessions say different sometimes, but we've been playing pretty good together. Everything's been clicking. I feel there's a couple of things that we still need to work on back and forwards, but it's always like that when we watch film. So having those few things that we can get better at, but other than that, as a team, we're playing some really good hoops right now, and it's fun to play with everyone on the court. So, but personally, I'd say pretty good too. For my role that I'm in right now, I feel like I'm doing most of the things to tick most of the boxes for that. So I feel it's been pretty good for that too.
Nice. Now, what about you, Miles?
I feel we're playing really good as a team. We're currently at this moment, we're number one in the conference, and we pretty much control our own destiny. Huge week, by the way. We got Westminster and Colorado Mesa this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big week. Those are two really good teams and programs. But like I like where we're at. We've been playing really well. Like I kind of said this yesterday when we were all at the pool, but I feel like we have a team full of unselfish guys. Like even when Jack talks about like the role he's in, like I'm in a role as well for this team, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job in my role. Just a big thing for me is just guarding, the best player, guarding good players and trying to limit their opportunities to the best of my ability. Definitely got a lot of stuff I could work on, get better at, stop fouling so much, and play through fatigue. But I also feel like a big part of my role is bringing energy and a spark to the team. So I feel like I've been doing a pretty solid job at that. But yeah, I like where the team is. Like I think we're doing good.
And you mentioned this week coming up, obviously a big week. We all know it's a big week. Everybody in town knows it's a big week. So, Jack, I want you to kind of talk about, going into this weekend, what your mindset is going into this weekend, and just what, your preparation is before games and how do you go about that process?
For this week especially, it's going to be an important week, but again, it's sort of my mindset that's just let's go out and have some fun and let's go hoop. That's what it's been all year, so I don't think it would be right for me to change that. I'm going to keep that the same, but in that said, my pregame stuff, we get there 2 hours before the game-ish, go watch the girls. Once it hits around about the first quarter mark, I'll head into the locker room, go get changed, go start warm up the knees. They take a while these days. And most of it's just prehab and rehab for that, trying to get those right. And then once those feel good, I'll move on to everything else. And before you know it, it's time to step out with the team and get locked in for the scout again.
I think your knees are bad now. Just wait till you get to my age.
They're 24, by the
way. Miles, kind of talk about your process and just your mindset going into this week and what your preparation looks like going into a game day.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a guy who I never really get too high, on.
Talking about basketball?
Yes.
Okay.
I try to stay pretty steady. Sometimes I can get on the court, I get really fired up. But as far as the expectations, I'm not somebody who's sweating and I'm on edge. I know it's a big week. I recognize the magnitude of it. But really, I feel nothing in my preparation is going to change. A big thing for me is staying hydrated. I don't have the jack knees, but when it comes to cramps and dehydration, I'm up there with the best of them.
I feel you on that one.
I'm up there with Jake.
They're both in the same club.
So I feel a big thing for me is the day before the game. I got to make sure I'm drinking a ton of water, a ton of body armor. Body armor, if you see this, you know what I'm saying, sponsored. I drink a lot of body armor and a lot of electrolytes. Shout out Coach Mac, always making sure I'm good on the electrolytes. But really just making sure I'm hydrated. I would say just from a mental standpoint, just being confident. Not only do I trust in myself, but I trust in the Lord, but also trust in the team. I feel on game day, if I go out there and give my best, I look to my right, even right here, we got the best point guard in the conference, in the country, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we got the best four-man, do everything in the country. Yeah. So it's on the team, when I look to my right and to my left, I'm surrounded by guys that I have ultimate trust and confidence in, and that helps me go out there and play even more free and want to play harder for these guys because our team is so great.
I really like what both of you guys said, not doing anything different. Even though it's a big week and, these are some must-win games, don't change anything. Do what has gotten us to this point and don't try to be something that you're not. And I also like the fact that Miles talked about, not taking, and both of you actually, not taking it too seriously. Because, at the end of the day, it is just a basketball game.
Right.
And Coach always will tell us, you can't take stuff like people are doing a lot more important things out there than us just playing a basketball game. So one thing that helps me is just keeping that perspective is like, you know, it is just a basketball game and there's a lot of other things going on in life.
Yeah. What about? Can we ask you questions?
Yeah,
too?
ask me some questions.
All right. What is your preparation look like for this a week like this? You know.
My preparation is. I'm usually not used to getting questions. I mean, I don't think.
Oh, true, bro.
I think Cam and Tristan asked me a couple, but I don't think Seal and Jeff asked me
Yo,
any
Jeff,
questions.
good?
Shout out Stephen.
But yeah, my preparation is, you know, just like you, like just staying hydrated. My biggest thing has been like making sure I'm staying hydrated, getting enough like potassium, and you know, just making sure like my body is good. Making sure like I'm stretching just throughout the week, keeping my body loose, keeping my body ready to go. And then game time, just making sure I have enough electrolytes in me and like warming up my knees and getting like my hips warmed up and all that stuff, just priming the body and getting it ready to go to battle basically. And yeah, just whatever, like my mood kind of changes depending on like the game, like what type of music I listen to. So like if I'm feeling like I'm already like amped up, ready to go, like I won't listen to something to get me more amped up. And just like I feel like that's been a huge like thing that I've realized like over the years is like my mood is going to be different game to game. So just, you know, whatever I can do to like control my mood and like get in that right headspace of like how am I going to attack this game based off of what they're doing and just how I attack the game in general, just based off of how I'm feeling. So
could you tell the people your New Year's resolution?
Oh, here we go. So my New Year's resolution was to stretch after every practice. And Miles was supposed to do this with me.
Yeah.
And Miles did it for maybe a couple of days.
3 days.
And then I haven't seen him stretch after practice since then. So
That's right.
But me,
I've been doing it at home.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shout out
Shout out
Stephen.
Johnny.
Shout out Johnny. Shout out
Hey,
Johnny.
shout out Sean on the media light too, because we need him.
Yes. Shout out. Yes, that's another. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Shout out Sean for making sure we staying hydrated at halftime and stuff.
Yeah.
How many pickles do you consume per game?
How many pickles? I don't consume pickles. I'll drink pickle juice. I drank pickle juice last game. I drank pickle juice last game and I didn't cramp. So, you know,
More of it.
yeah, I need more pickles in the pouch. Mustard? I'm not a big mustard guy. I know Miles is.
Yeah.
Miles will eat some
Really?
mustard.
Yeah, I put
What's
mustard
wrong
on
with
my.
it?
I put mustard on my Jersey Mike's. Shout out Jersey Mike's. Sponsor the team and sponsor me too.
We getting a bunch of sponsorships this episode. Let's move into something a little different. What kind of music do you guys listen to?
You wanna go ahead? Go ahead. You feel like you look like you want to answer it right now.
Well, I was gonna say your favorite song,
Well, go ahead.
Down Under.
There's like this like group of like underground Michigan artists that I listen to.
Oh, okay.
It's like that pretty good pregame.
What's the
But
name of them?
starts with an M. I forgot the rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Miles wouldn't know, but you know,
Okay.
like,
Interesting.
I'll put him on this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually serious about this. So music is like a huge part of my life. Like I love music. Like I listen
He
to
does.
music.
He like if he walks in the locker room, you will not see Miles without either some headphones on or some AirPod. Like he always listening to music.
Yeah, like I feel like a big transition that we don't talk about enough is how my first 2 years I was all Beats headphones, and then I made
Yes.
the switch to AirPods.
That's a good point.
you know, that was
That
a
is a
big
good
part
point.
of growing up for
Can
me.
we talk about that switch more? How did that affect you personally? You know.
I mean, really, the Beats, like last year was a big adjustment. We had some transfers. I mean, we had some new people come in from different places in the world. And it was a big difference in their accents or like in how loud they are. So the Beats were really good at like noise canceling. But I had Jack, you know, we talking about this. But after I got like used to it, you know, Then I got the AirPods, you know, because now it's like I can still hear guys because it's good for me to hear guys, but also I can hear my music at the same time without everything being blocked out.
Yeah.
But like artists I like to listen to, so I listen to a lot of Christian artists. Like I got a ton of guys that I listen to. Shout out to Jay Christopher. Shout out to Jay Christo. Shout out to Jay Fresco. I got a lot of people I listen
Sponsor
to.
the podcast. If you're listening, fellas.
Shout out Glow the Kid.
Shout out J-Mo.
Shout out J-Mo. But really, I listen to everything. Like, we got a team anthem this year. Our team anthem is What Did I Miss by Drake. So we pretty much, we play that like at least.
Too much.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 5 times a day I hear it.
Yeah. But like, when we play it before the game and when we play it after the game, you know, for those like 2 moments, it seems not to be overplayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, do you want to answer again, or are you just going to stick with the underground Michigan rap?
No, okay. So like, I listen to a lot of music too. Like actually though, like but mine's more chill. I feel like I'm just like real laid back sort of music, like coastal vibes, I guess. I don't actually listen to the Land Down Under that much, but I mean, it's alright. That's just my house. But yeah, just some like Frank Ocean and that gets me in like the nice and calm and collected. I feel like I'm present when I listen to that.
Okay. Next question. Next question. Oh, what do I listen to? See, I'm getting questions this episode. I'm not used to this.
Come on, Seal.
I listen to a lot of Rod Wave. Shout out Cameron Lowe. Shout out
We need to take this back.
Jefferson Neary. Shout out Ty Nettles.
Shout out Tydo.
Yeah, shout out
Congrats
Ty.
on the first boxing win, too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, shout out them guys. Rod Wave is where it's at. Outside of that, I'm kind of all over the place. I'll listen to a little Christian rap. I'll listen to a little bit of country. I've been in Spearfish for 4 years now, so I mean, I dabble a little bit in the country. I'm not gonna do the house music. I can't do it, Seal. But I got a wide variety.
You listen to a lot of like kids type of music too.
No,
You do.
no. I listen to a lot of.
Cocomelon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What was that? Can you repeat that one more time for everyone listening?
Let's go. Keep going.
Let's keep it going. We'll talk about Ty real quick. So Ty was I had 2 years with Ty. He used to go here, but he's a boxer right now, and he just won his first fight last week.
Yeah.
So shout out Ty. Ty, if you're watching this, we proud of you. Yes, sir. And keep it going.
Yeah.
Let's move right along. That's enough. That's enough for Ty.
That's enough.
What's your guys' favorite restaurant in Spearfish?
I feel like the one I go to most is like base camp, so it's like that Indian spot on the corner. But
Australians love their base camp. Shout out Coach Brown.
Shout out Nate.
Hey, shout out Coach Brown. For real. I love you, Coach Brown.
Pause. Yeah, but it's some good food. Like, I usually get like the garlic naan bread, some butter chicken, some mango chicken, and that usually hits the spot pretty good for food wise.
Sure.
Yeah.
Miles, favorite place to eat in Spearfish?
Everybody knows this. If y'all watching this, please sponsor the team or me. Guadalajara's. Guads is my favorite spot in Spearfish. I eat Guads at least 4 times a week.
That's not help. There's no way that could be.
I try to carry out twice a week, and I try to dine in twice a week. They know my name there. I'm cool with the family there. I get the 3 enchilada with rice and beans, 2 shredded beef, 1 shredded chicken. And then I go queso with the nachos. Just it's a great place.
Shout out AK.
Yeah, shout out AK. Huge fundamental piece of me finding my love for Guads because AK, we call him the nacho obliterator. He's a big nacho guy. He's a huge nacho guy.
The other thing I was gonna say, if you go to Guads, and you use code MILES5, you can get 5% off your Guadalajara's order.
When you're ordering your We Wake Up gear, use AK Nacho 12 for 15% off.
Don't quote me on any of that stuff. None of that stuff is real.
Don't try to do that. Shout out AK.
Shout out AK. Next question I got for you guys is, what is your favorite basketball shoe?
I was just kind of telling you this.
Me and Miles were just talking about this in the locker room.
Quick disclaimer, I had no idea that these guys were talking about all this stuff before. Okay, go ahead, Jack.
Listen, I'd say the Kobe 8s. I mean, we've seen what they look like, the state they're in right now. If I had some more money, we'd have a lot more Kobe 8s in the locker room, that's for sure. But yeah, right now I got 2 pairs, and both of them have holes on the side and the front and everywhere, so I mean, they're beaten to pieces, so I have to wear whatever's left at the moment. But once I get some money up, we're getting some more Kobe 8s playing.
Yeah. What other camo ones you have?
Kobe 6s.
Those are 6s?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorites too. But like lately, I think I had the KD 18s. I think those are the KD 18s.
The green ones?
Yeah.
Those are green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are like awesome. And then I have the Ja 3s too. So I'm kind of I've been rotating between the 18s and the Ja 3s all year. I love those. Like those are my favorite ones so far.
I would say my favorite are mine the Kobe 9s?
Yeah.
The Kobe 9s I have. Shout out my girlfriend Kayla for getting me those. But yeah, I really like those shoes. Really comfortable, really lightweight. And then I'm also like a big Kyrie guy, so I like all of Kyrie's shoes. I wear those a good amount too. So, all right, we getting a little deeper questions now. All right, who is someone who inspires you?
Miles can answer that one first.
Me?
Yeah,
Miles, go ahead.
I would definitely say, can I give 2 people?
Yeah.
I would say the first person that inspires me is my mom. Like, my mom's my superhero. Just super hard worker. Made a lot of sacrifices for me and the family growing up. Did a lot of it on her own. So, y'all might not have been able to hear that. It was some loud noises going on. But, yeah, my mom's my biggest inspiration. And I've learned a lot of just core life values from her. I would say just secondly, just like Jesus Christ, just my Lord and Savior. Like, I study him. Like, I study his game. I study his, like, and I try my best to model and imitate him. I don't always do the best job at that. You can ask these guys, but I try to put my best foot forward. And the more that I'm like him is typically the better off I am, not only to myself, but to others. So, yeah.
Jack?
Yeah. I mean, I just have to say both my parents. I mean, they've gone through a lot of adversity together. I mean, us as a family as well. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of time focused on just me compared to everyone else in the family. Like, they put a lot of steps forward for that. Even now, they still try to help out as much as they can when I'm literally on the other side of the world, and I can talk to them once a week on a Sunday maybe, if I'm lucky. So, I mean, they still have their lives going on, they still have their work, they still have their commitments, but they still try and find as much time as they can for me. So that's, yeah, I mean, those 2 for sure.
And they try to send you stuff, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon they do.
Next question I got is, if you didn't play basketball, what sport would you play?
Did we talk about this too?
Oh my goodness.
We have talked about this already.
You guys talk a lot,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We have a lot of chats.
Okay, I'll go first then. I'd say, well, mine's pretty obvious. I'd play Australian football. Shout out AFL. Sponsor this podcast if you want. A couple teams. Yeah. So, I mean, I think I'd be playing that right now if I had the chance to. I wasn't very good at it, but I'm pretty sure I could pick it up pretty quick. So, if I'd be good at that.
I think Jack was. We actually played Australian football in the fall, and I mean, obviously we didn't know the game very well, but I mean,
Yeah.
I can't imagine anybody knowing or stopping him in Australian football, but
Nah. Yeah, he was pretty good.
he was. If you guys ever get a chance to watch some Australian football, you should definitely go tune in. It's a little different, but it's definitely cool. So, yes, with the yeah,
Those guys can boot.
they sure can.
Yeah. If I didn't play basketball, I had this conversation with somebody yesterday, but I would either play football or hockey. Football is easy because, like, I'm athletic, tall, like I can jump. Like, I played football growing up. Like, it was easy. It takes way less skill. Like, I'm not even trying to like shout out football players, but like it's like I could get up out of the bed in the morning and run a post route, like easy.
NFL is not going to sponsor this podcast.
NFL, if you hear this,
Hey,
like I know I just kind of disrespected, but like I love the NFL. And then hockey, just like I was talking to somebody yesterday, just like hockey players have a different level of aura. And shout out to the Team USA.
Yes,
Huge.
sir. Bringing home the
win,
gold.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Shout out Team USA. But hockey players, they got a different level of aura. And I'm from a huge hockey town. From Michigan. So Western Michigan is one of like the best hockey teams in the country. So I watched a lot of hockey growing up, which might surprise a lot of people. But it's super dope going to the hockey games and then, you know, sitting behind the glass thing with the net and like seeing those guys go as fast as they are. Like they look way slower on TV than in person. Like it's crazy. And it's just a super dope atmosphere. So I'd like to play hockey just to like experience that. And you can fight on the ice.
You trying to fight?
Sometimes, you know, if you see
Have
me
a
on the
nice day,
basketball
bro.
court, if you see me on the court, hey, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Let's go to the next question.
Well, the next question I was going to ask you is like, do you know how to like skate and stuff, like ice skate?
So about that, I got an interesting relationship with ice skating. I went ice skating when I was like 7. I was like 6, 7. When I first went ice skating, and I saw somebody like get cut on the ice, so it kind of like scared me while ice skating. So that might affect my hockey career, but I'm pretty sure I can get over that the next time I hit the ice. I actually haven't been ice skating since because of that. You know, as a kid seeing something like that, you know.
so you can't skate.
I probably could if I put on the ice skates. I was doing just fine then. So why wouldn't I do better now? That was
It's like riding a
almost
bike.
20 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. We good?
Still in college.
So I'm 5 years in college. I got hurt 1 year. So I'm not someone who played 5 years of college. I only played 4 years of college. And then 1 year I was out with a medical red shirt. Just want to clear that up. I'm not Tristan.
We
Hurdle.
did talk about that through the start of the podcast as well.
Yeah, I'm not Tristan Hurdle.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Hurt.
Next question I have for you guys is if there was a message you guys could give to, you know, people trying to play in college, play college basketball, what would be some advice that you would give them? Don't all jump at once.
All right, I'll go first. I'd say, like, the biggest thing, even for me right now, is when your like habits and actions don't align like with your goals. So, if you want to go play college basketball, wherever that is, just make sure your goals and habits and daily processes align with that, and it should all look after itself.
But what does that look like?
Shout out,
That's a good
Cam.
follow-up question.
Yeah.
That's a really good follow-up
Because Jack
question.
loves saying that when people make like blanket statements. So I'm gonna like hit him with that right now.
Yeah. All right. For me, it was making sure I'm getting 8 hours of sleep a night. Making sure that I'm drinking enough water. But for the habit stuff, like I'd have a goal, shoot once a day, make sure I get my rehab in. So that's the biggest thing for me right now. So say if mine was to keep playing college basketball, was to make sure I can keep playing with my knees, my body, and everything like that. So right now I was trying to get on top of that. So my thing is make sure I get rehab, make sure I ice bath, take care of myself, and from there hopefully my knees get a little bit better.
Yeah, that's good. This is a great question. Like, I specialize in questions like this.
Yeah.
Like, because I love the youth. I love the next, like, generation. I love the next group. Even the young guys on the team. Like, I love pouring into them because I think this is, like, a big deal. But what I would tell, you know, maybe the kids or, you know, people that are trying to play at a higher level even, like work incredibly hard. Like, it's so easy to be, like, lazy and distracted on the phone or with so much other nonsense. But like, if you really want to be great and if you want to play for a winning program, like you got to work hard at the game. Like I remember even myself, like I've learned so much being here at Black Hills because for a long time in basketball, I was just thinking about scoring. Like you grow up and you see the best players in the NBA and you're like, oh, score, score, score. But the game is so much more than that. Like, you got to defend. You got to make reads. And it's like when you're really a student of the game, instead of just focusing on scoring or how many minutes you're going to play or starting, when you actually focus on, you know, the intricate, the beauty of the game, I feel like you'll excel in it. And I feel like, kind of Jack said, a big part of that being great on the court is who you are off the court. Like, take care of, you know, your grades and show up to class. I feel like that's a big one. And then kind of, I heard a saying, it was like, never mind, I forgot to say it.
That's my favorite saying.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's good. That's my favorite saying.
That's one of them.
It's up there. I mean, it's a great saying. I understand why you guys are like that so much. But, you know, at first, when I first kind of heard that, I like blew it off. But that is really applicable to life. Like, would y'all agree?
Yeah.
Like, man, if you're slacking off in some areas, that's gonna bleed over into other things. So I would say, like, really just work hard in whatever it is that you're doing. And I always tell people this all the time. For me, it's my faith, but have something that you love outside of the game. Because, man, you're gonna get to college and stuff is gonna get real. Like, not everybody's gonna play the same amount of minutes. You're not always gonna have good games. You're not always gonna win games. Sometimes your coach is gonna take you off. You know, like, sometimes the girl that you're with, things aren't going to go well with it, right? Well with her, and that's going to affect your play or how you go to weights. But having things that you love outside of the game, not just identifying in the game, is something that I believe is super beneficial. Because when the game's not going well, are you still able to be at peace, or are you like being driven crazy because the game is your only form of peace? You know, I'm not saying don't make the game special, don't have it at a high place in your life, but don't make the game everything. That's a huge mistake. That's what I would tell people.
That's good.
I think you covered everything.
I appreciate that.
That was a really good answer. I hope
You're
you guys were taking some notes.
Yeah.
Some good stuff there.
Are they able to rewind this?
Yeah.
Okay. If you need to go back, that's perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
you can rewind it.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Go listen to all of it again. Some advice that I would give, just to piggyback off of what they kind of said.
Ooh, I like that one too.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
love the
one.
piggyback
That's a
too.
great saying.
Just be consistent with what you do. Like Jack talked about, like just making sure he's getting treatment every day and getting shots up every day. And Miles talking about like working incredibly hard. When you get to college too, like you're not always gonna feel like going to the gym. You're not always gonna feel like going to practice. You're not always gonna feel like waking up for a 5 a.m. Weights or
Shout out Kellen.
Yeah, whatever it may be. You're not always going to be in the mood to do it, but if you're consistent with doing it and you consistently show up and you consistently put in the work, you're going to do great. You're going to do well. And, the game of basketball itself is up and down. You're not always going to feel like playing the game of basketball, but those times when you push through fatigue, when you push through being tired, when you push through a workout that you don't want to be at, the game of basketball and everything else in your life, just you're able to navigate those things so much better. And like how Miles talked about, like how you do how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite sayings.
That's what are your favorite sayings?
Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Top 2.
that how you approach basketball is like how you're gonna approach life. So
Yeah, that's good.
just making sure you're approaching things the right way. Make sure you're handling things the right way, and just controlling what you can control.
Yeah.
And I mean, that'd be the advice that I would give.
That's good, bro. I would say one more thing too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like,
I knew you had something.
Yeah, you might have a role. Like I feel like that's something that's not talked about enough. Like everybody thinks they're gonna come to college and drop 30 a game. That's not realistic. Like when you get to college, especially if you go play for a winning team, it's actually a good thing to be surrounded by people that are super talented and gifted around you. Like, so kind of to really emphasize that point, like, don't be so upset if you're in a role that you don't necessarily love. Try your best to maximize it. I believe that's what a real competitor will do. Like, okay, this is what coach wants from me. If I maximize this, I can get more time on the court. And that'll lead to you being able to have more freedom on the court. But some people, they get into this loser mentality of, oh, I don't have the minutes I want, or I don't have the role I want, or I can't get the shots I want, so now I'm just going to quit, or I'm going to mentally check out. No, you stay the course and you maximize what they're asking you to do. And if you do that, even if they don't reward you, the game and life, like life just has a way of rewarding you for that. I seen that. I'm living it. Real talk.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Jack, got anything else you want to add?
I think Miles covered it pretty well.
Yeah. You have any more questions you want to ask me? Any more questions?
You good?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
that's
sure.
one of my questions.
Once again, thank you for STR Nomads for sponsoring this episode. Your home when you roam. We really appreciate you guys helping us out with these episodes. I want to thank my guests, Miles and Jack, for coming on the pod. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys Thursday night and Saturday for our games. Should be some good ones. And yeah, that wraps it up for the Above the Rim report. See you guys.